Hi Sacred Spirithood! Welcome to another pick a card reading video. So today we are going to be looking at your soulmate. This is a love spread reading, and I wanted to do this reading because Valentine's Day is right around the corner. So yeah, let's get started with prayer. And of course, if you want to skip this part, you can head to the description box down below and fast forward to either the pile selection or your pile, if you know what your pile is. But I'll begin by spraying my hands a few times, just to cleanse them so that I may receive messages that resonate with you the most. And now I will ring this bell a few times to cleanse the energy in the space and call upon your spiritual team. And now for our prayer. Sacred Creator, direct our steps in the right way as we journey through this vision. Please accept our deepest gratitude for your healing presence in our lives. Anoint us in your sacred purity, peace, and divine insight. Teach us, Sacred Spirit, to be in tune with the universe. Bless us, truly bless us. As we receive your divine love and blessings, please accept our love and blessings in return. Thank you for your divine guidance and inspiration. So now I will sweep this table to release it of all previous energies and welcome in your energies alone. And now I will channel your energy into the cards. Now let's start drawing the cards for all of the piles. I'm going to do 3 piles today. And I'm going to add a couple of extra cards in these piles at the end of each pile. You'll see what I mean. They will be these cards. They're question cards. But anyway, let's start drawing your cards for this reading. For the first pile, who is your lover? Who is your soulmate? Pile number 1. Pile number 1. I like to take one card at a time because I find that messages are more exact that way. more specific? Great. I do apologize if there are sounds. My house makes sounds. I guess all houses make sounds, but still. Yes. Okay. So pile number 1. I read reversals. Pile number 2 and pile number 3. Perfect. Pile 2, and pile 3. That one was a little weird, but I'll take it. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Awesome. Pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Pile 1, pile 2, oops, nope, and pile 3. That one floats on the floor, but I will take it. I just don't know what direction. I'll take it as this. I feel like that's the right direction. But maybe I'll read that as like directionless. We'll see. pile 1, pile 2, wow, lots of cards, pile 2, and pile 3. Pile 1, pile 2. Let me see, will I take it? Yeah, I'll take it. Pile 2, pile 3. And now I'll choose the picking card, the card you will use to select your pile. Pile number 1. To help people who are drawn to pile number 1 choose their pile. Pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. These will be all upright, these picking cards, but I read reversals for the other ones. All right. Wow. Actually, I will move it over a little bit. Sorry, I'm such a perfectionist, such OCD. Okay. So, here are your piles. As you can see, you have 3 piles to choose from, each with a different animal spirit oracle card on top. Pile number 1 is the dragon card. Pile number 2 is the camel card. And pile number 3 is the bat card. So again, that's pile 1, dragon, pile 2, camel, and pile 3, bat. So you can fast forward to your pile now by checking out the timestamps in the description box down below. I'll see you at your pile. So let us begin with pile number 1. If you chose pile number 1 with this dragon card, this is your reading. I just want to start with this dragon card just for a second to just kind of explain what it means. And what I'm picking up on is that you really want a relationship that's very passionate, a person who's very insightful, very aware and knowledgeable of themselves, and can really add to the relationship. Someone who can like add to your life instead of you like adding to theirs per se. Like, of course, yes, you want to add to their life, but I mean like when it comes to giving and receiving in this type of relationship, it's pretty equal. So this is a very strong and powerful couple here. Okay, now let's start with flipping over your cards. So, 1, you have the 10 of Cups in reverse. I'm feeling here that you may have recently gone through a breakup, a divorce. A divorce is more likely here, actually. You could be in the process of a divorce. You could be reassessing your relationships to gauge like where you belong, who belongs with you on this journey. Who can you trust to be with you when you succeed and when you fail? It seems like you may have been paired with a person who was a soulmate, but more like a life teacher sort of soulmate, not really a life partner sort of soulmate. They may have taught you valuable lessons about your life, and I am sensing that these lessons may have been painful for you to experience. This is a general reading, so I am picking up on multiple energies here, but I am sensing some sadness here, some pain, some emotional turmoil that this relationship has put you through. All right, so now for the next card, we have Boundless Love in reverse, and let me read what this card says. Today I'll open my eyes a little wider, walk a little taller, notice the world around me is filled with tiny miracles. Noticing the world around me is filled with tiny miracles. With this in mind, it's easy to fall in love over and over again with everything from honeybees to neon signs, and while I'm feeling this inspired and this in love, everything else sort of falls into place. So with this in reverse, I'm really picking up this walking tall idea that's flipped in reverse. So this could mean that you've been feeling sort of small in this relationship, like you can't really be yourself. And it's really interesting that this energy is coming up when compared to the dragon energy, because it's very different. It's almost like your soulmate is well, your soulmate is something that you really desire right now, because I can tell that you are in a pretty painful place. Let's continue with your reading to see more about when your soulmate really comes into play, because I'm not really picking up on your soulmate. I'm picking up on a current relationship that you're in right now. So I'm sort of wondering what's going on there. Your next card, be bold and make the first move. Okay. I'm wondering, pile number 1, if you are coming into yourself, if you're learning how to recognize who you are. There's something I heard about before in the spiritual community where we mirror each other. So when there are traits that we really value in another person, they tend to be traits that we possess ourselves, and we're sort of projecting what we already have on someone else as if they have it, but we don't. So I'm feeling here that you're starting to see past those projections and starting to recognize your authentic self, your authentic beauty. What makes you attractive? What makes you capable of making the first move? I see you as coming into that. So this person may have awakened you to a very healthy, ego death. An ego death where you're letting go of an ego that was very toxic and rebuilding yourself in a much healthier way with a much stronger foundation. There's a lot more stability coming into your life, I'm thinking. But let's see what the cards say. Okay. Illumination in reverse. You may be thinking that there are some doors closed for you, even though they're wide open. You may not think that you're capable of love, or that the soulmate that I first picked up on in the beginning can come into your life, but they totally can. I do see an element of you needing to let your guard down a bit, because sometimes with boldness, it's like we're trying to cover up some sort of hurt or pain. So you don't want to do that. You want to definitely be one with yourself. You want to be yourself. And you want to love yourself as you are. And as you do that, as you fall more in love with yourself, you're probably going to start falling in love with this person too. I'm starting to think that the person you're meant to be with is a reflection of you. And I don't mean like, I feel like that sounded narcissistic, but I mean like, once you start coming into yourself, you start doing the things that you're meant to do, living into your life purpose, then it seems like you'll meet this person on the way, because it's like your paths are aligned. They're walking their path, you're walking your path. And once you both start walking into your life's purpose, you'll come together. That's basically what I'm picking up. And that's what this card is saying. So basically, be yourself, walk into your life's purpose, and then you will find this person. Now I'm curious as to what is your life's purpose. Of course, you would be the expert in that. But I'm gonna still try to figure it out. Your life's purpose is probably having something to do with this dragon card. That inner fire, that inner spark. Dragons are, you know, very fiery creatures. Your life's purpose may have something to do with the throat chakra, I'm picking up. Something to do with speaking, maybe public speaking. You could be a leader of sorts with this cardinal moon. Yeah. Your life purpose could definitely be you being some sort of a leader, some sort of inspirational person. Definitely with this illumination too. All right. Okay, your next card, accountability. Okay, so you definitely want someone who's accountable. And I can't help but notice that this is right underneath the Ten of Cups. The universe does seem, if this is a breakup situation or something and you are upset about it, the universe is kind of rooting for this breakup to happen and kind of wants you to follow through with this, because there's something here with like your self-worth, that like, I'm kind of seeing you as like leveling up after this relationship. I also see that this person that you were with before wasn't really accountable for their actions. They didn't really take accountability for their actions. And so this wasn't going to work out. It was like, you need someone supportive who can be there for you, and this person just wasn't it. Okay, your next card. Brilliance. Discover your sparkle. Yeah. That does feel like what I was talking about here, the boldness, being bold, being yourself, discovering yourself. So there could be some self-discovery that's needed here. Definitely. Definitely. Okay, your next card, Addict. Helps you recognize and confront addictive behavior. I'm thinking you're addicted to love. That's what I'm getting. You are addicted to love. You're definitely a hopeless romantic with this boundless love in reverse card. You've got to be. And if you're not and I'm way off, please let me know. And as for your last card, you have second chakra. Oh yeah, second chakra is also related to this dragon card. I'm thinking I'm gonna actually read what this dragon card says out of the book. But before I do that, let me actually just tell you a little bit of what that second chakra means. Second chakra is all about the sacral chakra. So that could have to do with sexuality. Maybe you're addicted to sex. But yeah, it can have to do with creativity, fertility, things like that. I do see that you may have a family, with the second chakra being with the Ten of Cups. You could have a small child with this person. And I see that people have like their eyes on you here. You may not want to break away from this person because of how people will view you. Okay, now I will read what the dragon card says. Opened up right to the page. Dragon. Seeing one's most true self, balancing the ego. Wasn't I talking about the ego, or was I? I think I said something about like an ego death that was really healthy for you. Okay. Let me take a sip of water first. Dragon. Oh, I said that already. The dragon sees everything. Its essence has been with us since before our first breath and will be there at our last. It watches us navigate the external world as well as our inner world. When dragon energy is awakened, we are courageous, visionary, and can easily drop into witness consciousness. It is almost as if we are traveling with a great friend inside of ourselves. When we look in the mirror, deep into our eyes, we may even glimpse the self behind the self. Yeah, the mirror. I was talking about that too. The one who is watching us. This is the power of the dragon, breathing transformative fire into every cell of our bodies. Witnessing this omnipotent energy, even for a brief moment, helps us surrender and let go. I need to take another sip of water. Gotta stay hydrated. Witnessing this omnipotent energy, even for a brief moment, helps us surrender and let go. We let the dragon guide us. We hop on its back for a ride. And as we traverse even the most difficult terrain, the dragon's eye sees beauty everywhere. It is said that if the yogi does not see beauty in the world, their agni is dim. Agni, is that what it says? Yep. Agni, described as inner fire or sacred intelligence, may even just the mention of the dragon stir the embers of intelligence within you. The dragon eye in the third chakra. Okay, so this is the third chakra. This is the second chakra. So there may be some second chakra, third chakra, and, well, okay, sacral chakra, solar plexus chakra, and third eye chakra balancing that needs to be done here. And perhaps even root chakra with this addiction card. The subtle energy of the dragon lives at the navel center. Its Manipura chakra Manipura translates to the city of hidden gems, and behind its gates burns the fire of our transformation and digestion. The sages believe health of the fire at the navel center is what governs our ability to clearly see both the inner and outer dimensions. Wow. I'm sorry, my voice is like cracking up here. Okay, but let us continue with your reading. I'm going to draw a few of these question cards for you to see what questions your soulmate has for you. So I drew all yellow cards. I really did not mean to, I swear, but they were just calling out to me, so. Okay. What are the top 5 qualities you admire about me? So this is a great card for manifestation, because when you're manifesting your dream person, you really want to be as clear and specific as possible with the universe about who this person is that you want to enter into your life. So the second card is, what goals do you have for yourself? How can I support you to achieve them? Definitely. So I think this might have to do with accountability. So the thing with accountability is that in order for other people to be accountable for their actions, we have to first kind of give them a little bit of direction, right? So that's where this goals part comes in, where if we set goals for ourselves, then we like delegate, then that's where the accountability factor for that other person would come in. And how can I support you to achieve them? It seems like your person is just a very supportive person. And so it's just a good idea for you to follow through with your dreams and work on yourself, so that way when this person comes in, they can kind of help and support you as you are in whatever place you're in. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm kind of rambling with this card, but I hope some of that made sense. Okay, last card. How can I make you more confident in our future together? I think that's kind of a beautiful card. A lot of this does have to do with confidence with this bold cardinal moon card. And also, I really think I was talking about that. About you not really feeling confident in yourself, in your ability to manifest this person. So having that confidence could be key to your success here. Definitely. I think confidence kind of sums up a lot what this reading is about, a lot of what this reading is about. Okay, that is all I see for you, pile number 1. If you enjoyed this reading, please leave a like, comment down below to tell me about what resonated with you, and subscribe to my channel to see more readings like so. Take care, pile number 1. Now it's time to move on to pile number 2. So if you chose pile number 2 with this Camel card, this is your reading. So I just want to start off with a little bit of information about the Camel. The camel is an energy that is very resourceful, very resilient. It can travel very hot terrain and survive. It can travel across deserts, and it uses its resources in order to nourish itself. It can go, it's very good with water too, this energy that I'm picking up. You could have a connection to water, a special connection to water. Even though I know this is like a fire energy, when I think of like that hot desert, I am picking up water as just being important and crucial in your life. And of course, water is important for everybody, but for you specifically, I am seeing water magic combined with fire magic. Maybe you do those candle wax readings? I've never done one before, but maybe you do. Okay. Now, let us continue. So the first card you have is the Chariot card. The Chariot in reverse is pretty slow-moving energy or very fast-moving energy. So your soulmate is very, yes, resourceful. Very slow. Very, slow. They are very, it's not slow, the word that I'm looking for. I'm looking for like meticulous or careful, yes, in their decision making. That's what I see. Maturity, yeah. They're definitely a very mature person with that kind of energy. They're not impulsive at all. They are strategic. They think before they act. They think before they speak. They think before everything. With this maturity card. A new start is coming in reverse. So you are already with this person. Or they could be in your life already. You've already met them. You've already experienced that first impression with this person. They could be someone older than you with this maturity card. Definitely. Determination in reverse. Interesting. Interesting with the Chariot card in reverse. So this person does move pretty slowly in life. They may not want to make like the first move in this relationship. And I also feel that slowness with the Camel card too, because camels move pretty slow. Okay. 999 release. Do you have to release this connection? Or is there some sort of thought, some sort of idea, a core central thought or idea about this person or this connection that you need to release? Let's see, in the next cards. Jade, take action. Okay, so you definitely have to take action here. There could be some sort of a pause, some sort of a waiting. Definitely, there's definitely something here. I'm seeing like needing your freedom in the situation. For some reason, I'm seeing a flagpole. Let's see more. Child divine. Light attributes. Oh, I didn't read this one. Okay, I have to read that. Child divine. Light attributes. Innocence, purity, and redemption suggests a special connection with the divine. Shadow attributes, an inability to defend oneself against negative forces. So this soulmate of yours This is a divinely orchestrated connection with this Child Divine card here. There's a lot of maturity in this connection. This connection may mature you. You may be growing up a lot in this connection. I'm trying to figure out if this is a healthy or a toxic connection, though. Camels can definitely bring some heat in a toxic sort of way when we're talking about like energy. Okay. Duality. Okay. So it's not as simple as either or for you. Sometimes it might get rough. Sometimes it might be pretty fun. But you seem connected to this person, like you have a spiritual contract with them, and this person genuinely supports you. They want to see you grow. They're not perfect. They may have a lot of issues, actually. They may still be piecing themselves together. But they love piecing themselves together right alongside you. I see that you guys reflect each other in that kind of way. Like, in this reading, you may have resonated with some of the stuff I was talking about for your person as if it was for yourself. This redemption word is coming up for me as being important. They may feel like they need to redeem themselves to you, like they want to start again with you. Maybe something happened that kind of made you release this person, made you take action against this relationship. Or you could be determined to leave this relationship. It's really interesting here. I'm seeing this triangle with this like sun here, and then here it's like the same kind of imagery, but this one is in reverse and this one's upright, and they are actually opposite. They're facing opposite directions. So it's like you guys just missed each other. I see you guys as like walking different paths and not really being in alignment right now with your soulmate. I see that this person may be trying to find that perfect timing to make things right with you, and they just can't find it. They may be determined. They may be getting pick-a-card readings too, just like you. So this person, your soulmate, I'm trying to figure out, is there anything you can do? Okay, so taking action is something that you can do. I see that they may be kind of failing in that department. They could be going through some stuff, figuring out themselves, figuring out life, feeling a lot, wanting this, but not really knowing how to do it. But I do see you as being more capable of bringing this connection back together. You would really probably have to use your resources to make sure that things that have happened in the past don't repeat themselves. So if this person has like some issues, maybe anger issues or some mental health issues perhaps, or I don't know, any other issues, then you may want to consider finding resources for this person to help them, because they might be a mess. They might be a mess right now. And I see you as being very supportive of them. And they're also very supportive of you. So you guys can come together and support each other. it's interesting. It is a pretty innocent connection here. It's just like you guys want to be together. You guys love each other. You love yourselves. You don't really love being apart from each other. You don't really love being alone. And you just want to, like, be alone together. You know? I don't know, something like that. But yeah, that's all I see for these cards. Let me draw. Actually, first, let me read this Camel card for you. Resourceful, independent, knows oneself. Camel. Interesting. The camel can handle absolutely anything as it carries a wealth of nourishment within. This wondrous creature is self-reliant and handles challenges with ease, even in the faces of excess heat, judgment, or anger. The camel searches inside for the cool elixir of water to calm the situation. The camel represents the ultimate form of bringing opposites into balance. Fire and water. Okay. And being responsible for one's own reactions. The camel is a wonderful traveler and is especially fond of trips to faraway lands. So when I read this ultimate card, I was seeing like ultimatum. Like maybe you put up an ultimatum and your partner may have like left. Or you may have left your partner. When in balance, calm, content, sparkle in eye. When out of balance, dehydrated, lacks vitality. To bring into balance, pilgrimage. Okay, so drinking more water. That could help you. Drinking more water. Maybe doing a love potion. I'm actually creating a love potion for our newsletter in Sacred Spirithood. So you can check that out on our subreddit if you'd like. Our Sacred Spirithood. But yeah, let me pick some cards for you to see some messages from your person, some questions they'd like to ask you. Okay. I kind of want to actually keep them in reverse first. So the first question is, what kind of present do you like the best? Present? That's pretty sweet. So there might be something that you need in your life right now. Definitely take note of that. Take note of what this person can provide for you, because you are worthy of being provided for. What you really need to understand about me and sex is... Oh, this is about you. Okay, let me see. Well, I'm not really going to go too deep into that because this is not a 18+ reading. Who in your life or past do you owe an apology, and what for? Yeah. Yeah, that has a lot to do with this card, this release card. Who in your life or past do you owe an apology, and what for? So I'm wondering if you owe this person an apology. That's interesting. And if you do, then you should apologize with this take action card, because this person is your soulmate. But, you know, it's up to you. Don't let this card reading decide for you what to do. I'm not a believer in, like, letting cards decide our fates. But I do think they're helpful in letting us make informed decisions. Decisions? Can I speak? Okay, they can help us make informed decisions for our future. Okay, that is all I see for your reading, pile number 2. If you enjoyed your reading, please leave a like. Comment down below to tell me about what resonated with you, and subscribe to my channel for more readings like so. Take care, pile number 2. Now I'll move on to pile number 3. So if you chose pile number 3 with this bat read and with this bat card, this is your reading. So I just want to start a little bit with what this bat card is about. So bats are pretty much all about transformation, especially in this deck, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I'm picking up transformation for you. I'm also picking full moon magic. So this upcoming full moon, which I think is in Leo or Capricorn, I forget, but there's an upcoming full moon in February. So maybe you want to take, maybe you want to use that full moon to your advantage. But there's also transformation here. So for that full moon magic, if you were to do it, I do see that fire magic, because of like the transformative aspect of fire, could be pretty helpful for you, especially a red colored candle or an orange or purple for you. I see that that kind of magic would really work for you under the upcoming full moon in February. If you're into that stuff. If not, let's just continue with your reading. So you have the 7 of Swords. Yeah, someone cheated on you, or they disrespected you very hard. Someone really hurt you. Your soulmate is going to teach you a lot about love. Harmony in reverse. Let me read what this card says. I know in my heart that when something is right, it feels easy and breezy, even though that sounds cheesy. With this in mind, I banish all stress, insecurity, and tedious work from my relationships. Then I invite harmonious relationships into my life and let them show up on their own time. Easy breezy things are really punctual. I don't know why, but I'm getting here that I'm really getting this strong message that you need to work out. You need to exercise. You need to get into the gym. Perhaps you'll meet your soulmate at the gym. I really see that, and I see that yoga would be really helpful for you. Helpful for calming the mind and releasing that stress from the 7 of Swords. It's time to take action. Yeah. You need to start placing yourself in those places where you can potentially meet those people that you want to meet. So let's say you're really into wait 1 second. I needed to take a sip of water. So let's say you're really into exercising, and you just exercise at home, but you wanna be with someone who's like you, because, or like can reflect you in some way, has similar interests, but you don't go to the gym where all those people are. It's like you may not put yourself in situations where you could, yeah, potentially meet that person. So I do see that with it's time to take action, you want to take your manifestations much more seriously, your magic much more seriously. And in order to manifest this person, you do want to really get out there. I see that would just be very helpful for you. You might be afraid to get out there because maybe you got hurt in the past. But just because you got hurt in the past does not mean you'll get hurt in the present or in the future. There was actually a video today that my mother showed me. She's very interested in Buddhism right now. And it was the story of, I think, the two arrows. So the story basically says that the first arrow is pain, you know? So the first arrow, if you shoot someone in the leg with an arrow, they're going to feel a lot of pain. And that's the first arrow. Now the second arrow that the person would feel is self-inflicted, which is the suffering. It's all the suffering that's behind that pain, where we're thinking and overthinking and thinking again and again about all the negative things that could happen. That's what I'm seeing here with the Seven of Swords card. So you could be overthinking and thinking the most negative, fearful sort of way. You could be thinking very fearful, driven thoughts. You could be thinking the worst about situations and about people. So you gotta let go of that. And you gotta put yourself out there and realize your potential, recognize opportunity, and take it when you see it. Next card, you have flow. So now we're getting into pretty different energy than what I feel like I was just describing. Except in that double arrow story, part of that Buddhist teaching is that in order to avoid that second arrow, that suffering piece, you want to basically be more in flow. You want to be more accepting. You want to just go with the flow and see where it goes instead of thinking that worst case scenario. Interesting. I might want to take this advice myself. Relax. Definitely. You want to relax. So the pain was inflicted. That pain was inflicted. But the suffering that you're experiencing as after that pain, that's kind of on you. You need to let go of that. You need to clear your energy. Perhaps sage your space a few times. Do a lot of meditation and clear your mind. You don't deserve this baggage. You gotta let it go. You gotta let it go so you can relax. So you wanna, well, actually, it's not that you gotta let it go so you can relax. It's kind of like you gotta relax so you can let it go. So that's a bit funner. A bit more fun, sorry. Okay, your next card is blue. Activate your healing power. So I'm seeing a lot of blue here. A lot of blue. Something to do with your throat chakra, I'm assuming. And blue is also a very healing color. A very healing color. Drinking more water, staying hydrated, that could help you. I'm actually... I said that. I said about the love potion? I don't know. I'll say it again. I'm so sorry if I already said it, but I am posting a love potion in the Sacred Spirit newsletter. So you might want to check that out because there's like water magic here, as well as candle magic. So you might want to check out that newsletter. Hedonist. Okay. Light attributes. Inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life. Celebrate the beauty in yourself. Shadow attributes. Pursues pleasure to the detriment of health. Indulges at the expense of others. Okay, so part of this relaxation is, you know, treating yourself well, eating fruits and vegetables, getting more creative, taking action towards yourself is the first step before you can start taking action towards others. And the last card is tenderness. So you really deserve a comfortable relationship. Get clear with the universe about who you want and make sure that you're looking for that tender-hearted person, that person who really gets you and appreciates you and accepts you and will be there for you, that sweetheart that you can be with in the long run. That's who you deserve. And you need to take action towards that person and just let all those other people, all that other energy that is just painful, just let that go, because you don't want to let the pain of others, the shadows of others, the evils of others affect your light. You don't want that to dim your light. You don't want that to keep you from your person. So if you're feeling a little depressed, it's kind of time to pull yourself out of that depression. But I also understand where you're coming from with the Seven of Swords. You were definitely hurt. You definitely went through a whole lot. It was not easy. There was a lot of pain here. But it's still time to let it go. That's kind of a fact of life. Especially if you want to meet this person. And it's also time to relax. It's time to take it easier, a lot easier. And it's time to heal, perhaps through some water magic. Okay, let me read what this back card says. Bat. Darkness, letting go. I feel like that is like what this, yeah, letting go. Death leading to rebirth, yeah. The situation kind of died. This person is kind of out of your life. This may have happened some time ago. Before emerging, the bat waits for the sun to set and the moon to rise. In the darkness, it can see all that was invisible in the daylight hours. The bat is a master of the subtle senses, of the underlying forces that cause some things to prosper and others to fade. The bat card shows up to signify the ending of a chapter, the closing of a door. The bat comes swiftly encouraging us to move on. Yeah, moving on. You gotta move on. In just a few hours, a new day dawns, no more lingering in the past. When in balance, accepts, adapts, adjusts. When out of balance, refuses to let go, reminisces. To bring into balance, watch the sunrise. Watching the sunrise can actually be pretty powerful magic. So you may want to consider doing that. It could be very healing for you to just see the sunrise. And you may like to watch sunrises. Okay, so now let's pull a few cards for you just to see a couple of questions your soulmate has for you. Okay, your first question is, I feel the most loved when you... So what makes you feel loved? Think about that. How do you want to feel loved? What actions do you want this person to take? So that way you can feel the most loved and supported. What traits do you need this person to have to help you feel secure? What similarities do you see between your relationships and that of your parents? So there could be some childhood trauma here, especially with the Seven of Swords even, and with this coming on top of it. So the relationship, okay, now I'm seeing a whole nother message here with the Harmony card too. So there was a relationship that you may be grew up with, where you saw very disharmonious relationships, very unbalanced. You may have grew up feeling very insecure. It could have been a very dysfunctional family that you grew up in, very toxic. And I see that that pain has carried over. Good news is that now is kind of perfect timing to let go, now that you've come across this reading. And last card. Which of my friends do you feel I'm most similar to? I am actually getting a bit of pain here. Like, don't compare this person to people of the past. You want this person to stand on their own. You want them to be themselves. You don't want them to be a copy, a replica of someone else you had. If you were with someone else and you find that that other person is like your type, it's time to like change your type. You want this person to be different. You want to try something different here. You want to shake things up a bit. You don't want to keep on staying in sort of a karmic cycle where you're just chasing after the same type of person. No, it's time to really be different here. It's time to start chasing after people that are in true alignment with your pleasures, with your happiness, with your success, with your health, with all things good for you. It's time to meet someone who can really support you, who can treat you well, who can treat you like you're meant to be treated. And it's time for that person to even be you to a large extent. It's time for you to even be treating yourself that way. So this person can lift you up where you're already lifted, if that makes sense. But anyway, that is your reading, pile number 3. If you enjoyed your reading, please leave a like, comment down below to tell me about what resonated with you, and subscribe to my channel for more readings like so. Take care, pile number 3. Now I will show you what decks I used. So I used the Wild Unknown Animal. Well, let me just move these cards. Okay. I used the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit by Kim Kranz. Sacred Geometry of Relationships Oracle by Lon. Carolyn Miss Archetype cards by Caroline Miss. The Secret Language of Color cards by Ina Siegel. The Angel Number Oracle by the Pulp Girls. Prism Oracle by Nicole Pivirotto. Moonology Oracle cards by Yasmin Bolin. Affirmators Love and Relationships by Knock Knock. Tarot of the Divine by Yoshi Yoshitani. And these Intimacy Best Self cards. So I think they're just by Best Self. Yeah. Okay, that is your reading. Bye now.